I joined the Army in 1990, just in time for the first Gulf War. Thereafter 9/11, both my sons decided to join the Army. You know, being a licensed attorney, 10 years practicing at the time, I'll go be a JAG officer.
I was trained as what's called a field radio operator. And then I took special training as an SLF, as a special landing force. Such as the Marines did during World War II, we did some in Vietnam.
I enlisted in the Wisconsin National Guard when I was 17, still in high school, and then I did my senior year of high school and then went to basic training and advanced training. After that, my advanced training was as a psychiatric technician, enlisted, and did my training down in San Antonio.
So at 40 years old, the Army assigned me to be an infantry officer. I am the oldest graduate of officer infantry school since before Vietnam.
As a battalion, we would take beachheads and stuff and then move on in, secure a large area, and then they'd pull us back on the ship. Within 2 days, they'd float us upriver somewhere and we'd go in again.
About a year after that, I was called up, our unit was called up to the support of Operation Desert Shield, and so we deployed to Saudi Arabia. I was in an evacuation hospital, operated through that and through Desert Storm, and then came home about 3.5 months later.
When I was there, I led my men on 244 combat missions. I was in combat a total of 46 times. 6 men died under my command.
We went over there as a battalion. We took our bullets, tanks, guns, radios, everything that the battalion functions with. We stopped to a couple of different islands, Okinawa, Philippines, and then one day we were floating around. They said, "Tomorrow's it, it's a real thing, we're going in, Vietnam."
I have been shot once and seriously blown up twice. I have a mild to moderate traumatic brain injury, and because of that, I no longer practice law openly.
There are so many times I'm asked to rely on my own judgment. What do you say when the situation is bad? And in the most awkward times, what do you do when a guy is down and he's dying? And you know it, and he knows it. You can't say that you know he's going to die. You can't tell him anything except somehow you reach in deep, and with all the ability in your heart, you assure him he's going to be all right. I came home pretty much physically unscathed. They tell me now mentally I wasn't so lucky, but it took years for me to finally probably to admit that.
After we returned home, I ended up being promoted to the brigade headquarters XO. Going through all of that, I had realized that I had some issues with nightmares and other issues related to PTSD. So I went to my boss one day and said, I need to get some help. After every war, this kind of stuff happens. Sometimes a person needs to say, I need help.
The way I see Origami as a positive for vets is we have the designation as a center that really promotes treating veterans. We have the expertise to treat brain injury here, and as we know, a lot of brain injury coming from these past conflicts.
I was recovering from handling this all on my own, which was tough. It was like stepping off the Empire State Building when I didn't go to bed half in a bag, I was getting a handle on that when I had the car accident, which eventually led me to Origami brain rehab. There's all kinds of evidence now that anything I've gone through and anything I've done in my life is due to, it's a byproduct of the PTSD. My insistence and my perseverance with that, I see the changes now. And I am so happy for that. That is the best thing that's come out of this whole thing. They've hired Dr. Frey.
We have the expertise here to bring vets in and really assess them in a very comprehensive manner and say, hey, we understand what's going on. I bet this is happening for you. I bet this is happening. And they're like, yeah, you're right. And you kind of see that light turn on and they realize that there is some hope. There's something that can be done about this.
So right now there is a staff member who comes out weekly. I think he can do like up to 8 hours a week to assist me and what I need. The gentleman that they assigned me, I couldn't remember his name, and when he did wear his name tag, I couldn't tell if it was Brandon or Brendan. I couldn't tell the difference. So I just started calling him my rent-a-friend. Both Origami and Peckham have helped me a lot because I used to be so involved. I used to be on many boards. I used to do so many active things to help other people. Since I've left the military, I've lost a lot of self-confidence of what my own abilities are. And coming back, I have the ability to go out and do things and try to help others. And from where I am now, I'm taking those steps to go and try to get back to what I used to do.